Good morning. Welcome to morning practice. My name is Olivia. Thank you for joining me here today. It's Thursday, the 21st of March. We are fully now into the post-equinox season of spring and feeling that upswing of energy. And also actually today I'm feeling a little bit of rebalancing. I had a lot of energy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this morning I definitely am a little bit rebalancing with that, which is a natural part of the expansion and contraction that happens as we go through growth. And I think one great thing to remember about what I'm trying to offer with morning practice here is that it's really about not having a set construct of fixed actions that one does. But what does morning practice mean? It's a way of creating a daily space for you to observe yourself. And in that self-observance, to find meditation, to find and connect with your internal space. And then to, with that information in mind, direct the practice in a way that is supportive to you in the present moment. Sometimes it is supportive in the present moment to do something more vigorous and that pushes the body further. And other times it's important to listen to where the body is needing attention and quietness. I also think the reason that I am offering this specifically as a morning practice, though really you can do it at any time, but I want to cultivate for myself a morning practice, and I share this with you by way of helping me be accountable to that. So I really love the energy in the morning. It's very clean, it's very quiet. It's very clear. I say this as like a bunch of traffic rolls past in front of me. It's not that quiet right now, but but it will be shortly. And when the light starts to grow from the darkness of the night into the morning, and we feel that clearing energy, you know, every day we have the opportunity to begin again. Every day we have the opportunity to step into new choices for ourselves, to become closer versions of who we want to be in the world and articulate for ourselves. And if we don't give ourselves time, and if we don't give ourselves opportunity to connect with the internal space, how do you begin to articulate that for yourself? It's a thoughtful relationship, and I'm really encouraging myself and anyone using this practice to be thoughtful about who you want to be in the world. So saying that, yeah, just really I'm going to be listening to the sort of rebalancing energy today of the swing, let's say, back towards the rebalancing swing from the upsurge of energy I felt earlier this week to this moment. And then the other thing I want to say is, well, this is our last practice for the week. I offer morning practice Monday through Thursday in the hope that we all use these tools and do something maybe a little bit more personal Friday, Saturday, Sunday, change it up a bit, make it your own. Just and it doesn't have to be at the fixed time, and you can just connect to yourself using these tools. But I wanted to address because on Monday we'll be having a lunar eclipse, but the lunar eclipse takes place at midnight on Monday. So we'll be, a fair few hours after the eclipse once we get to morning practice. And this is really such a great opportunity in the few days leading up to this eclipse to also integrate and reflect on the energies that are continuing themes from the vernal equinox earlier this week, particularly the transformation, stepping into personal empowerment, and the collective and personal healing, leaving behind imprints, conditioning imprints of unworthiness, and conditioning imprints of lack, conditioning imprints of victimhood. Really being and sharpening our awareness of our habitual patterns and our habitual behaviors and reactions that reveal those imprints, and really being intentional as we step towards this full moon lunar eclipse to release what no longer serves. And I think it's really good to think about, full moons are generally points of culmination, completion, expansion. I just want to, they often can be in tandem with endings, but that doesn't necessarily mean endings in the sense that, oh, my job is ending, my relationship is ending, but maybe a behavior pattern or a cycle or a way of being that you've been is ending, and a new way of being is beginning. And this is such in combination with the energies of the vernal equinox, the solar eclipse that we're moving towards, and this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And all that aside, if you haven't noticed anything going on in the world, I think it's palpable that there are some very transformative energies going on, and you may have noticed in yourself increased sensitivity and increased ability to have intuition and increased ability to get more psychic information. And that can be alarming, as well as interesting. So we're in these sort of energies of transformation as beings, as human bodies, as souls, and moving towards this energy of culmination with the full moon. But because it's also an eclipse, there's a kind of metamorphosis with the culmination. There's a pivot point. There's it's not just the culmination and the fulfillment and the illumination and the revelation, but the change that happens. This is a really tangible energy for metamorphosis, is the word I'm going to stick with. You will notice a lot of the energies are really around relationship, around value, possibly around finance, and a real opportunity, or you may find yourself really reevaluating, reassessing what is solid, what is real, what works for you, and allowing yourself to release the sort of conditioning imprints, and maybe not putting yourself first, or not speaking your mind, or not saying what you need to say because you don't want to upset anyone or don't want to have people react. That sort of placating behavior or self-censorship in order to keep the peace. How useful is that behavior? is it actually helping a situation, or is it just keeping things in an unhealthy stasis? We're moving into these transformative and metamorphosis energies. We all want to change. We all want to evolve. It's why we're here. And perhaps you say, no, actually, no, I don't want to change. I don't want to evolve. And that's fair. Um, so just allowing, as we move towards Sunday night, Saturday and Sunday night, really giving yourself time to feel into your own personal relationship to how you see yourself in the next 3 weeks, how the last 3 weeks have played out, and maybe forming an idea of something that you would like to cultivate and something that you would like to release. So, saying that, we will get into our meditation this morning. Well, when we resume practice on Monday, we will continue talking about the eclipse and how it felt and how it played out. But really invite you to work with the energies as we move towards them on Sunday night. And so just finding a nice seat. I had to readjust and sort of sit up again. Really something that supports the spine. If you need to just move your legs briefly because they've been still for a while, just move your legs, find a nice comfortable seat that works for you. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Trying to find a leg position. And we'll come into quietness. Maybe you're going to find a position of reverence for your hands, finding either you can connect to your heart space. And let's just drop in as we come into this position. Have a real inclination towards quiet today. So if this is your first time joining me, and when we do our heart meditation, I'm usually quite vocal about guiding us into a few moments of silence through the heart space. Today, I'm going to have us take a longer silent meditation. So connect with your hands in any way that feels comfortable to you, or your hands can simply remain in your lap. Let your focus fall on the heart space, the light. Allow yourself to explore and feel that growth. If there's an offering or dedication that you would like to make, allow yourself to really feel the power and expanse of your heart as we sit in meditation here. And I'm just going to bring us into silence. If you're having trouble with thinking and thoughts, just see them as a far off drama on a stage. And the curtain has come down for now, and you are entirely present in your internal space, attention and focus, the heart center, and breath. Deepening the breath, allowing yourself to feel the expanded heart center, light emanating from your heart, filling your whole being, illuminating your auric field, rainbow, diamond. And we'll let the hands come to rest. And maybe let's take an Om to open practice this morning. So inhaling together. Om. As we find our seat here, we'll do some breathing through the heart. Yesterday we did the 4-count breath. Today I'd like us to do a 6-count inhalation, a 2-count hold, and an 8-count exhalation, followed by a 2-count hold. And that gives us a nice slowing down of the breath. So you'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, 2, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold. Continue to take another 3 rounds on your own. Allowing yourself to experience the quality of your breath, feeling the space between inhale and exhale. You can just let your breath come back to normal. I think it's also really important to remember, as we approach a full moon and that culmination, that illumination, culmination, kind of fullness energy, which we do experience. Our bodies are primarily water, and these are just physical properties. The moon's pull on us is greater during the full moon, and it will have a greater, impact on us emotionally. So this sort of rebalancing energy of being a little bit calmer and a little bit quieter, it's so good to cultivate not just the tools to do that, but really the sense of inner permission. We live in a culture where slowing down and really taking time for oneself is not often modeled as productive behavior. And it's just so important to have that relationship with yourself, especially when our energy is being pulled on more than normal. So let's go over to the mat. Having blocks is helpful for practice. And we'll just meet on the mat in a simple cross-legged seat again. And it is interesting how, energy changes. And I really do encourage everyone to find a way of expressing for a daily practice that works for you. It could be that practicing in the morning does not feel conducive, but you like to take time in the middle of the day, at the end of the day, before going to bed. Just these different times that you can spend time with yourself and really check in. So we'll do that more as we go through our movement, kind of slowing it down a bit today. And then to begin though, let's just come into some embodied gratitude. So reaching our arms out, raising our hands up overhead. And as if you could bring down the energy that you've just gathered and place it here at your heart. And with that energetic intake, just offering just a very simple thank you for the experience of being embodied in this incredible physical vessel. Smart overcoat, I think Robert Temple calls them. Instrument of consciousness, our vehicle of sensory intelligence. The body is marvelous. The heart is incredible. The whole focal point of moving energies and vibrations and frequencies is a truly incredible gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we'll inhale our arms overhead again, gathering the energy around you. Hands come to prayer and you bring your prayer to your heart. And here, as you hold that energy at your heart, again offering a simple thank you, a simple offering of gratitude for all beings everywhere on this planet. May all beings be happy, be liberated, be free. May all beings have the time to connect with themselves and nurture self-love. May we live in a world of peace. And then we'll inhale our arms overhead, gathering the energy again, bringing that energy to the heart space. Just offering genuine thank you to Earth, to the mother consciousness of this planet that sustains us, the incredible bodies of water, mountains, forests, deserts, this extraordinary being of so many dimensions. You can just allow the neck to curl down. And if the sides of your nose are scratchy or itching and you want to scratch them, and your hands are in prayer right close by, that can be handy. I'm going to have you take, if you are sitting on support, just take the support out from underneath your hips. And we're going to keep our legs just in a simple cross. If you can't be in a cross without support, just continue to have support under your hips. And we're going to just come into a forward fold here, allowing the body to just come forward, using the hands to support. And it's not really about getting our head on the ground. If you want to put a block under your head, you can. But this is just to really feel the curve of the spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And also to allow the energy to just fall forward. Maybe breathing deeply into the belly and releasing that. And we'll slowly press ourselves back up. Take a little side bend to the left, or let's take a side bend to the left. So placing your left hand down, reaching your right arm up and over, just very gently. So if you were drawing with smoke on the tips of your fingers, an imperceptible but beautiful arc of smoke or fog. And then you can let your right hand come down. Let your left arm reach up over again, as if you were drawing a super imperceptible line with smoke trailing out of your fingers. Something almost invisible. Just allowing yourself to feel that quality of softness. Feel how the stretch impacts the side body. And we'll just come to seat again. And then we'll turn towards the left. And what we'll do is we're going to come into a pigeon pose on the left. So your left shin is going to face, sorry, I have an itchy nose today. The left shin is going to face diagonally away from the left side of the mat. Your left knee is going to be pretty much behind your left wrist. And your right leg is going to be stretched out behind you. You can even tuck the toes and make sure the leg isn't flailing off to one side or the other. If your hips are not fully down, it can feel really comfortable to put a blanket underneath your hips to really let them sink into some support. And then you're just going to press into your hands, reaching the chest forward. We're going to take a long hold on our pigeon. So I'm going to invite us all to come down into a forward fold, and we'll be here for a while. So just allowing ourselves to feel the length of the spine as we come down, letting our head fall, our arms. And the benefit here of really taking a longer hold in something like pigeon is that when we move quickly through the poses, which is totally wonderful and appropriate at other times, it doesn't allow us to fully drop in and notice where we're gripping, where we're holding. And all those habitual gripping and holding patterns don't really get released if you're just moving through a sequence. So allowing yourself to really be here and let your attention and awareness go through all parts of the body. Like, how is the bottom of my right foot, the extended foot? What do I feel in my hips? Am I holding on? Am I trying to prevent something? Or can I relax into my hips a little bit more? Is there tension in my jaw? And if there is tension in the jaw, how do I
best come into a place of more ease. Sometimes I find if I'm trying to release tension in the jaw, the first thing I'll do is smile, because it's always fun to remember that the jaw is tense. But smiling helps. And then really bringing conscious awareness, like, am I still gripping the jaw? And then just examine that, and and just make these like minute adjustments and feel the letting go process. Am I gripping in the lower back? Am I gripping in the upper back? And just really working with gravity to let the body fall into the mat. It's just a really good time to take space for yourself, to observe yourself and support yourself here. As you're ready, we'll press into our forearms, just coming to our elbows, allowing the chest to come forward, maybe looking ahead of the mat to the side of the room. Feeling the hips drop here, but feeling the heart moving a little bit through the shoulder girdle. And you're just going to lean into that left hip and allow yourself to come up to a seat. And we'll stretch out that left leg and just allow the bowl of the pelvis to be planted here on the ground, and let the body sway from side to side. And then just feeling that movement, you might take a torso circle to the left and a torso circle to the right. And if you want to, just extend the arms and feel the air around the arms. Feel the quality again, as if you were drawing with smoke out of your fingertips. What would you draw? How would you use the space around you? How can you use this movement? It's very slight movement here, just to bring a quality of energy into your spine, into your body. And then let's reach our arms overhead, gathering the energy. You can stay in movement and bring that energy in and just hold it here in front of your chest. Belly. So we'll take pigeon to the right hand side. So I'm going to bend into that right knee, and then I'm just going to lean back into the right hip, kind of like how we came out of it on the other side. Again, your right shin is going to be diagonally away from the right side of the mat. Your left leg is going to be behind you. Again, I really suggest tucking that toe, really checking that the leg is straight, allowing yourself to drop into your hips here. Really, you want your hips even, facing towards the right side of the mat. And then your hands are going to be in front of that right shin. You're just going to press up into your hands so that the hips drop down even more, and the heart is beaming through the shoulders towards the
right side. And then you're just going to allow yourself to come down here. Again, please take support underneath the hips if that feels better. And we're going to hold our pigeon on this side for a while too. The whole second side. The way you grip in your right hip might be different to the way that you grip in your left hip. I certainly over the years have had sometimes dramatically different experiences with the right and left in this pose in pigeon. And we work through different things in the body, different releasing processes. It changes. There's always a new level, a new layer to uncover. So really just let yourself be here. Let yourself really drop in. Let your awareness scan. Where is the tension? Where is the gripping? Sometimes it's just so unconscious, it's impossible to notice it unless we stop, unless we are in silence and stop. And then we can feel this intense gripping, this intense tension that we had no awareness of until we stopped. So just really let yourself drop in, use gravity, let the body melt. Discover whole new areas of just the body is just this multi-layered, multi-dimensional instrument of different qualities of consciousness, and you really allow yourself to be in and inhabit that vessel, that vehicle with quiet awareness. It's just a marvel. Only exploring any minute shifts you might make to release more tension into the earth. Allow your awareness to come to your abdomen. Notice if you're gripping in your abdomen. All the places we hold. And then you're gonna, when you're ready, just press up and really just rolling into that hip. Rolling into the right hip and extending both legs again. Allowing the bowl of the pelvis to drop forward. Release back, extending the arms. I'm just going to face the right leg, letting the left hand drop very gently. Just reaching that right arm up and over. It doesn't have to be your best and brightest reach, just something gentle. Something where you're feeling the extension, even as if your arm reached further out of the shoulder. Just the gentleness of the movement, maybe allowing you to access more space. And then we'll face that
Left leg, letting the right arm drop. And then just allowing the hand to reach up and over very gently, as if the gentleness and the slowness were a kind of expansion, their own. And look up to a seat. And we'll take a forward fold here. So I'm going to encourage you to have support for underneath your forehead. Again, you're just going to let the bowl of the pelvis roll forward, and you can place support underneath your hip points to allow that movement to come forward. Having a block for underneath your head in this manner really allows the body to drop into the support. And I really encourage you to have something under your head in this forward fold so that you can really let yourself go into the support beneath you. So you really feel your forehead fully in contact with whatever's underneath it. And it's almost as if there's an energetic pouring out vortex of clear liquid through the third eye, pouring deep into the earth, letting any noise, tension, unnecessary information, distractions, letting it pour out of your eye, your third eye, through the vortex into the ground beneath. And as this liquid vortex pours through your third eye, notice your hips more deeply relaxing, releasing. Notice the bowl of the pelvis opening. Notice the tension releasing from the jaw. Notice the shoulders relaxing further towards the ground. Feel the weight of the legs pressing into the earth. And we're just going to gently, as you're ready, find your hands and press into the hands, pressing up, looking forward, and then walking the hands back. I have itchy nose today. I think I must have some kind of dust on it. Anyway, we'll turn long ways on the mat, and we'll come down to our back. I think we'll do just a very low supported bridge again. So at first, just place your hips on the ground with the knees facing up, and let the knees just go to the right and left a little, feeling the openness of the bowl of the pelvis from the pigeons that we did and the forward fold. The pelvis may feel more open. And then allowing the legs to come to stillness, pressing the feet into the earth. You're going to raise the hips, but we're going to take a block on its lowest, widest setting. Not high, but low. And place that right underneath the sacrum, at the lower part of the spine, not on the tailbone, but on the sacrum above the tailbone. And then allow the body to just sink into that support. Feel yourself relaxing in. And then we'll extend one leg. We'll extend another leg. Let the body just drape. I realize I got so deeply into my relaxation there, I forgot we were doing this. Oh my goodness. Just, yeah, allowing yourself to feel the support under the pelvis. Really dropping in. It's really good to let yourself get super quiet. And you can bring your knees back in, placing the feet on the ground, pressing up into your hips, letting the hips come down. You may allow yourself to take a full body stretch here on the mat, stretching both your hands and feet away from each other. If your body feels called to that. And I would take your right foot, cross it over your left, and allow it just to fall in a gentle twist. So your legs are falling to the left, your arm is extended to the right. You can just count over your right arm. Really just letting yourself drop in. Really slow practice this morning, just really slow. And being with ourselves gently. And then just letting the legs come back up to center. You're going to cross your left leg over your right, letting the legs just come down the right side, reaching the left arm out, and you can just gaze over the left arm, scratching your nose. Allowing yourself to feel the twist. Really dropping in.
this slowing down energy, this energy of quiet observation of the body as we take simple restorative posture and bring your legs back to center, is available to you anytime. These are just simple stretches you can do anytime that you feel overwhelmed and you just need to slow down. You can bring your legs to a butterfly position with your feet together and knees falling open. And let the hand, one fall on the heart space, one fall on the belly, and just close the eyes here, reconnecting to your heart. You may call to mind your dedication, your offering. Just feeling into the heart space again. As slowing your practice down, being more quiet with yourself, opened you up, allowed you to expand, allowed you to maybe see something more clearly. The quietness, giving room, giving space for a better observation, a more fulfilling observation. There's so much value in slowing down and listening and observing as we navigate the energies of change and transformation we're all moving through. So important to connect to our strong, steady inner foundation, our strong, steady inner knowing. You can bring your knees up so that they're pointing to the ceiling, and this is really just to hold the knees in for a moment with your hands, letting the tailbone curl up. If you want to, you can bring your forehead to your knees and just feel the counter stretch. And then allowing everything to drop and come into your resting posture. So your legs will be outstretched on the mat. Your feet will flop open. Your arms are by your sides, palms facing up. Everything rests. You can tuck your shoulder blades underneath the body if that feels good. And I encourage us all here just to take a moment and let the awareness go to the pelvic bowl and maybe relax the pelvis into the ground. For a moment, let's bring the palms of our hands over our eyes, holding there and letting the muscles around the eyeballs relax, as if you could see the eyeballs themselves dropping back into the well of the skull. Any tension you might feel around your eyes, just really being soft. When you're ready, you can just bring your hands to the sides, trying to maintain that softness around the eyes, around the eyeballs. Letting everything go. Begin to let some awareness of movement break like a small wave of consciousness over the surface of the skin, almost as if this wave of energy rippling out begins to just lift the hairs of the skin and ever so gently the fingertips, toes. And in that waking consciousness wave, a deeper movement generates. And perhaps take another full body stretch. Whatever your body's calling for in this moment of quietness. And then coming to one side, gathering in fetal position, feeling the inner silence. And taking that breath before making your way to a quiet seat with your eyes closed or very softly focused. Letting your hands find the position of reverence for the heart space. We're going to take 3 ohms together. Inhaling. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today. I hope that you have a beautiful weekend and really allow yourself, give yourself permission to slow down, to be quiet, to have a relationship with your internal space from a place of compassion, understanding, and self-love. You're so beautiful and so unique, and I'm just honored to walk this path together with you. So thank you for joining me, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and everyone take care. Thank you.